Hello guys, today I'm going to fly the SF50 and do VOR, simple VOR navigation. I have configured the autopilot and I'm going to climb to altitude of 3000. I will do low level flying or low altitude flying. Now I have not configured a frequency for VOR, and it will be done when I will complete my takeoff and then switch on the autopilot. Then I will select or input the frequency and switch over to the nav mode. I have changed the CDI to lock 1. This is the GPS CDI and this is the log 1 and log 2 CDI. So I'm going to use log 1 for the moment. It has no frequency configured. I think one frequency is configured, 111.10. So what are VORs in this small map? Because it's a free version of XPlane12. You have my plane is sitting here on KGRF runway. So I will demonstrate a simple VOR navigation. Let me zoom out. We are going to move towards the center of the TCM VOR, or you can say it's not a VOR. Basically, it's a tech and TCM. You can give the frequency by switching to navigation 1 or navigation 2. Navigation 2 will give the secondary radio the frequency. Navigation 1, nav 1 will give input the frequency automatically to navigation 1 of the navigation system. So we can switch it by this, switch our nav frequencies by this nav round button. You see that magenta box go switching to downwards and upwards. So this is the nav frequency button. However, whenever we input a frequency, it is input into the green color numbers. Then we switch the double arrow to switch the frequency from left to right to make it active. Now coming back to the maps, these circles represent VORs. Basically, VORs are a radio navigation aid. We have this round. VORs are always facing towards the north. 0 is aligned with the north. If we click the compass on the map, so this is the north, and VOR are pointing towards upwards. So when I take off, I will switch to the TCM TechN, and my plane will switch on the nav button on the autopilot. My plane should turn towards the center of the TCM or TechN, and then when I will reach the center, I will switch on the I will automatically put the frequency of this VOR, the Seattle VOR tag, SEA, the frequency the 1160.80 megahertz into tune nav 1. Then when I will reach the center of this VOR tag, I will switch to the frequency of this VOR, the VOR DME PAE. I will press this nav 1 button and this frequency will go into the communication system of the plane. So I have configured my plane, my autopilot, and I'm in the heading mode. Flight director is switched on, yaw damper is switched on, vertical speed of 1600 and altitude of 3000 is set. So we'll take off now, and let me say I'll put the frequency right now. I'll put the frequency of TACAN. Frequency is basically unknown, but TACAN has a code in it. So I'll put the frequency into nav 1 and the other frequency into nav 2. Right. So we have two frequencies put into the system. Now I'll switch the frequencies. So I will switch the frequency of the nav 1 to 0.33 TCM. This is the TCM code. Okay, and now I'll change to and put the SCA frequency into the active mode. Now you will see nav 1 and you will see bearing 1, bearing 2. This is the bearing 1, this is the bearing 2. Nav 1 and nav 2. KGRF GPS. This is the bearing 1 and bearing 2. This is the DME distance of nav 1. So we go back to our we will go back to CDI. CDI of PFD. This is the DME. This is the transponder. This is the TM2. This is CDI GPS log 1. We will switch it to the nav 1 right now. Nav 1 active frequency 24 nautical miles. Right, engine is started and 2 is in green. I should start. Fuel is enough. Start throttle half set. Throttle first setting to full. Release brakes. V1 rotating, V2 gear up, flaps up, autopilot on, reducing the speed a little bit, reducing the thrust, and we are climbing to our designated altitude by 1600 feet per minute. Zooming out. Changing the CDI.
Autopilot. Altitude.
Altitude reached. Turning left to 5-1. Using thrust. As you can see, the VOR is pointing to the VOTEC, to the TEC end, I'm sorry. And turning back now. The bar moving toward the center means that I'm actually intersecting the VOR. and the arrow going forward means towards the VOR. So I'll switch on nav at this point, and then I will turn. The plane will turn towards the center of the vortex. I switch to nav now, and you see I'm going to turn towards the center of the VOR. I'm actually moving my heading to the head of the VOR arrow as a precaution measure. For example, if I lost the autopilot control, I will switch to heading mode and I will continue flying in the same direction. So now I'm moving towards the center of the TCM vortex. From there on, I will switch my frequency to the other VOR when I will reach the center of the vortex. So my plane is constantly adjusting the direction of the VOR1, and it will straight up, and the center bar will move in the center when my plane is aligned with VOR1. And you see the autopilot is in the VOR mode right now. The power is moving towards the center, which means I am intersecting the VOR. Now my plane will move towards the center of the TCM VOR. At this point, I'll put the frequency of SEA into nav2. And switch it to nav2 and change the CDI to nav2 VOR2. Now my plane will turn towards SEA VOR, this one. Now my plane is moving towards the SEA VOR, as you can see. I can use this as a precaution. I'll move the heading to the head of the VOR2, and I'm still in the VOR mode. The runway is on the right side. There it is. I am 14.1 nautical miles away from the navigation to VOR. Now the center bar, deviation bar, is moving into the center, which means my plane is exactly aligned towards that VOR, SEA VOR. Basically, what I want to do is I'm going to show you that how you can use the nav and the CDI VOR1, VOR2 to navigate. If you don't have a flight plan, you can radio navigate to your place in this short map. You don't need to put a big flight plan. You can have VOR frequencies put into the navigation 1, navigation 2, navigation stack of your plane. Nav with autopilot to move or lock to these VORs, and by this I can land on the SEA runway, KSEA runways, on any of these ILS, or if I don't want to land, I can land to the other VOR like this one, KPA EVR. I'll show you how to land on the KPA using just the VOR. I need to reduce my speed a little bit more. There's the runway. There's the runway. If runway is in my visual range, I can try to land on this runway. But I am not going to land on this runway. I will go to this VOR that is about 6.5 nautical mile now, and I will switch to other VOR and land there. Now I'm going to I'm reaching the KS KSEA ILS runway 34. Okay, now I'm reaching the center now. So I'm going to the KPA VOR and I will place this frequency in the initial frequency to my nav1 radio and will switch my VOR1 frequency and change to, as I move into the center of the VOR, I'm going to change the CDI to VOR1 and I will switch on the nav. Now I'll switch on the nav. Nav. The problem is that the VOR is far ahead, out of range. So I'll follow the heading till it becomes available. Nav1 is not alive, so once it gets into the range, I think the autopilot will switch from roll mode to VOR mode. We are moving towards the KPA PAE VOR and we are moving straight towards 2-3. whether it's runway 23 or something. I don't know what is the runway. We're going to land on runway 34 left. Still I don't have VOR alive. Okay, we have VOR alive now, and our plane, our autopilot is switched to VOR1 bearing, and our plane is maneuvering into the direction of the VOR PAE. I will reduce the speed because I'm going to land there. And I will reduce the altitude as well. I'm going to reduce my altitude to 2500 or 2000, and we will give it a vertical speed down. Altitude reached. There's the runway in front of us. So I'm going to, as you can see on the map, we are going to land on KPAE, reducing our speed now. Further. Giving 10 degrees of flaps, reducing the speed further,
landing gear,
giving it landing
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
We are about 6.5 nautical miles from DME1 of NAV1. When we are close enough, we'll switch off autopilot and do a manual landing. Reducing our altitude to 1500 feet or less. vertical speed downwards.
Altitude. Autopilot.
Okay, now autopilot is engaged.
Altitude.
We are going to do, we have reached our minimums. Now we are going to do a manual landing here. We have landed. Moving out of the runway. Holding short. applying brakes. Let's see the landing of the replay. So that's it. We can navigate using VORs in XPlane. That's it. Keep watching. Thank you.